Boom. All right, what's up, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the first video of 2022. Now, first of all, I hope you all had an amazing holiday season, spent some quality time with your family and friends because that's what it's all about. But it's time to get down to business, you guys. It's a new year, and with the new year, of course, presents new opportunities, and with those new opportunities comes the potential for new gains, which is why the first video of 2022 is going to be my #1 stock pick for the year of 2022. Now, I know that's a very strong title to give to any individual stock, but hopefully over the course of this video, I can rationalize from both a fundamental and technical perspective why I'm so damn bullish on this stock as we move into the new year. All right. So, the moment we've all been waiting for, drum roll please. You guys already know what it is. You know what the stock we're talking about is because I put it in the title already. It is Vuzix, or ticker symbol VUZI. Now, if you have been tuned into the channel for the past couple of months, you would recognize this name. If you've been part of the portfolio newsletter, you would recognize it very well. But I'm excited to go into more detail than I ever have in any other video or any individual newsletter over the course of this video. And once again, really try to explain to you guys why I'm so bullish on this stock. Okay, so let's quickly go over each of the tabs I want to share with you guys today. We got some articles, we got Vuzix's website. We'll of course take a look at the charts. So let's go over all the tabs we're going to discuss in the order that we're going to discuss them, and then we'll dive in. All right, so in front of us to kick it off, of course, we have to establish a base understanding of what Vuzix as a company does, which is why we're going to kick it off on their website, Vuzix.com, the About Me section. Not only this, you guys, but I recommend every time you think about investing in a stock or a company, you like a company, always go to their website, see how they define themselves, go to their About section, go to their investor presentation, and read over that for yourself prior to investing. That's just good practice. All right, so we'll kick off the video reading over VUZI's About section. Keep it quick here. Again, just give you guys a general idea of what Vuzix does from a fundamental perspective, what the company itself does, and what value it provides in this evolving world, in this evolving sector. You guys, this does play kind of in the Metaverse sector, and you guys know how bullish I am on that. That is the trend of 2022. So very excited about what Vuzix can do over the course of this year from a fundamental perspective. We'll kick it off in the video, at least, by learning about what they do. After that, we will segue into a few very, very bullish and very recent articles and very recent news announcements. The first of which is Vuzix. And keep in mind, you guys, these both occurred just in the past week or so, okay? So Vuzix announces agreement with Verizon to deliver augmented reality with 5G and mobile edge compute. We'll read over a few paragraphs here, you guys, and then move into the second very bullish announcement that recently came out. Vuzix receives and delivers significant follow-on smart glasses order to Fortune 500, Fortune 50, even better, global retailer to support warehousing and logistics operations. So December 28th, you guys, the Verizon one, December 27th, the back-to-back, both very bullish pieces of news. That is, I feel like, inarguable. So we'll read over these, and God, you guys, what a strong end to 2021. And you guys, the price action we saw today was pretty impressive as well. And I do think this is just the beginning of what's to come with VUZI in terms of price action. I'll just say right now, you guys, I do think this thing has easy 5x potential over the course of 2021. All of the stars, in my eyes at least, are aligning perfectly, and I'm once again just very excited to see where VUZI can go over the course of this year, and hopefully it happens sooner than later. Let's see Q1, Q2. Kind of repeat what happened last year, and that'll make sense as we dive into the charts. So to close out the video, we will talk some price action, talk some price targets over the course of the year. I'll start short term and zoom out. We'll close it out with some maybe mid-2022 price targets, and I'll just try to rationalize my thoughts on the charts and trend lines here as we close out the video. All right, so before we get into all the good stuff, you guys, please give the video a like if you go on to gain value from it. Let me know in the comments down below if you were to only choose one stock to hold in 2022. You can only hold one stock. You can't sell it, you can't buy anything else for the entirety of 2022. What would it be? VUZI, obviously, because I'm making this video about it, would probably be mine. Again, a very, very tall question to ask, but just a fun thought experiment, you guys. A lot of what trading is just kind of the psychology of the markets, and just getting the jump on the majority, okay? And that's where you really find those gains. And that's what I want to make clear as well, you guys. the way I trade, my personal trading style is pretty risk on, but again, I do my best to do as the most extensive due diligence I possibly can. And with VUZI, again, all the boxes are getting checked, even the market cap, the low market cap, everything is aligning. Okay, so again, let me know in the comments down below what your #1 stock pick for the year of 2022 is. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. If you want to join the Waves fam for a new year, I'm very excited for what the new year has to offer. And yeah, just join the journey, you guys. Ride the waves, okay? So before we do get into some of this stuff, you guys, I quickly want to read over the piece I wrote on Vuzix in last week's newsletter. Okay, this is a very extensive piece. I had the intention of reading this for this video, just to summarize my thoughts, my general thoughts on why I'm personally very bullish on VUZI prior to getting into some of the details. All right, so let's read through this real quick and then we'll dive into the good stuff. Vuzix. If I were to pick the single stock that I believe has the most upside potential in 2022, it'd be VUZI, hands down. VUZI has multiple fundamental tailwinds at its back, and I believe will propel it forward into the new year. In the past week alone, they made 2 huge announcements. The first was a major agreement with Verizon. That's what we will be talking about. We don't have to cover these right here, but did it include these? Those are the 2 articles that we'll be talking about. These are 2 extremely significant deals with 2 extremely significant and reputable companies. The recent earnings report was also extremely impressive, so operationally, they're scaling quick as well. My last bull argument for VUZI is an obvious one, and that is that both this company and stock will benefit highly from the overall metaverse trend. You know that I believe this is the macro trend of 2022 once again, and I think VUZI will be a major beneficiary, there we go, of this trend once investors catch on to the potential of this company. Vuzix, at a share price of $8.50, sits in a market cap of roughly $550 million, where it still stands at the time of recording this video. I think this is cheap when considering the short and long-term growth prospects of this company, especially when you consider that it's playing out within a very new and very relevant sector, once again, that sector being the metaverse. Also, this company is a prime candidate for acquisition. This is huge in my opinion. If I were Verizon, I'd swallow these guys right up at anything sub $1 billion, and hey, maybe we'll see it happen. All right, I know Apple is also working on some VR specs. You guys, $550 million to a large, I mean, Apple just today at the time of recording, January 3rd, first company in history to reach a $3 trillion market cap. So, I mean, if you think about the 0.005% of $3 trillion, or 0.002, whatever, 0.003% of what Apple's market cap is, that's VUZI's market cap. It's just, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest for a mass company working in this space to just consume Vuzix at probably a premium, because these guys are the leaders in making AR glasses. And again, we'll learn about that. I didn't say that yet, but that's because we'll learn about it, okay? So again, prime company, prime for acquisition. I'm an optimist, but I wouldn't be surprised to see VUZI 10x by 2023. This thing is an absolute gem, and I'm very excited to see what 2022 has in store for it. I'll be using the write-up in the #1 stock pick of 2022. Gave you the heads up. Here you are. You guys saw it first. But I'm very excited to talk about the rest of this video. You guys know the drill. Got to shout it out. Portfolio newsletter. You want a complete breakdown of my entire portfolio. You want to know exactly how I'm personally trading VUZI, when I'm going to be buying the specific call options I have on VUZI, when I'm going to be taking profits. Check this out. 15 bucks a month, 40 bucks for every 3 months. You not only get the complete breakdown of literally my entire personal portfolio, but you also get one of these bad boys in the newsletter. Again, this is just one of a few parts. Talk charts in here, talk Bitcoin pretty much every day. And this is part 2. I also do a part 1, which is the intro, rationalizing my trades, give you guys my thoughts on the market during trading hours on that trading day, okay? So again, appreciate it if you guys check that out. It really means a lot. And again, ride the waves going into 2022. Let's hop into what Vuzix is. Again, about section on VUZI's website. About Vuzix, an industry leader in augmented reality AR technology. We provide innovative optical products to defense, security, and enterprise clients. Our history, founded, and then this is all we're going to read here, you guys, and then we'll jump into some of the articles that we mentioned prior, okay? So, founded in 1997, Vuzix is an optical technology company with specialty manufacturing skills. Our products are industry leading and represent nearly 25 years of experience and innovation. We are a public company, NASDAQ VUZI. There we go. With offices in Rochester, New York, Oxford, United Kingdom, and Tokyo, Japan. The company is engaged in the design, manufacturing, marketing, and sale of optical components, waveguides, smart glasses, and AR solutions. Our products are highly configurable, and we do custom configurations for our clients and custom manufacturing for our OEM partners. Vuzix origins are in research and development for next-generation military display solutions, and we've grown into a leading supplier of rugged smart glasses and augmented reality technologies across industries. We deliver the next level of waveguide optics to the world. So, again, you guys, the fact that Oculus, as we covered in my last video talking the Metaverse cryptocurrencies, shout out to Render Token today, killing it. But the Metaverse is the trend, you guys, and the fact that the Oculus Rift, Oculus 2.0, Meta, Facebook's product, you guys know that, was the top selling gift of Christmas. The Oculus app was the #1 selling app in the App Store on Christmas Day. That shows the scale, that shows the speed at which this space is moving. And I have an Oculus. I have the Quest 2, right? And that thing is clunky, you guys. It's fun, it's cool, but it's clunky, and it's not practical from an everyday use case perspective if you're not a hardcore gamer, okay? No offense to you if you are, but just from a practical perspective, again, it just doesn't make sense yet. And the fact that VUZI, you can see these glasses that they're wearing, they look like Ray-Bans, right? Like these are very utility forward glasses. They make sense, they're practical, they're usable. They don't look stupid, they're not clunky on your head. And the fact that these are the first of their kind and the leader in their industry in moving into the Metaverse, which I believe the first iteration of it will not be VR, will not be something like the Oculus just yet. Again, if you've worn one, you would get exactly what I'm saying, but the first iteration of the Metaverse, the organic step to the VR, to the Ready Player One style of what a lot of people perceive to be that kind of cliche, stereotypical Metaverse, is AR, is not virtual reality, is AR, which is augmented reality, okay? It's like Pokemon Go. If you guys have played Pokemon Go, that's what AR is, okay? It takes real life, it takes the real life landscape you can see right behind you, and it adds, you can put a Pokemon right here. So I'm throw a Pokemon on my hands, that is AR, okay? So I think this will be the first iteration of the Metaverse. It's the most practical first step towards an actual like utility-driven Metaverse, not kind of that dystopian Metaverse that I'm honestly worried about. I will say that right now. But AR is an obvious first step, and again, VUZI is the leader in the space, not only from the Metaverse perspective, but again, they're working in defense, they have military application, they have this. We'll just kick it off with this because this segues perfectly, and then we'll talk Verizon after this, so swap those around. We'll kick it off with this guy, and then we'll close it out in terms of articles, fundamentals with that Verizon article. Okay, so Vuzix today, again, December 28th, announced that the company has received and delivered a follow-on smart glasses order valued at over $400,000 to a large global retailer to support the solution's full deployment at its first facility to support the warehousing and logistics needs of the customer. It has continued. I don't even know if that disrupts anything anymore, but you guys can read it right there. Boom, has continued to create global supply uncertainties, disruptions, and inflationary forces, which are forcing companies of all sizes to better manage their supply chains. Combined with the ongoing growth of online shopping, attaining new productivity levels for product transportation, inventory management, and order fulfillment will become a distinct competitive advantage. Smart glasses are becoming a cost-effective tool to facilitate these objects, and an increasing number of the world's largest firms are starting to move from trialing them to deploying them. This is a quote from their chief executive officer, CEO at VUZI. Quote, VUZI has spent a fair amount of time and resources honing this technology, and we are now seeing a growing market adoption of our products that are allowing companies to operate with greater productivity. We are pleased to be working with this client, which represents just one of multiple major retailers either implementing or testing our technology for logistics and warehouse usage, said Paul Travers, once again the CEO over at Vuzix. So very bullish here, you guys. Again, the fact that two such reputable companies, they didn't name the specific company here, but if it's a Fortune 50 global retailer, that's a multi-billion-dollar company right there, you guys. And just for their warehouses, they bought $400,000 worth of smart glasses. And again, you guys, with these numbers, it's just so insane to me that VUZI, which we will talk about once we dive into the charts here, is only at a $570 million market cap for a public company. Again, for everything that VUZI has going for it, from multiple fronts, this is so cheap, you guys. This is so cheap in my opinion. And again, this is just my opinion. Go do your own research. You guys know the drill there. But Again, if none of this is convincing you, I don't really know what will. So let's talk this, and we'll close it out on the charts once again. No, not that. This. Here we go. Verizon partnership. Vuzix, leading supplier of smart glasses and AR technology and products, today announced that the company has entered into an agreement with Verizon to leverage the power of Verizon's 5G and edge computing technologies to deliver a first-of-its-kind augmented reality experience for sports and gaming. The metaverse, you guys. Again, the first iteration, the first step to the metaverse is going to be this, is augmented reality, not virtual reality, in my opinion. The agreement between Vuzix and Verizon will focus on the technology advancement and commercialization aspects of delivering immersive augmented reality training experiences powered by Verizon's 5G ultra-wideband service and edge compute platform and Vuzix Shield smart glasses, CES 2022 Innovation Awards honoree. So again, you guys, like, Vuzix is not, this is not a new up-and-coming company. This is not like so many stocks that I'm not going to name right now. They're coming out the gates. They're story stocks. These are story stocks, okay? The beauty of Vuzix, in my opinion, and you guys know we cover a lot of story stocks, the promise of the product that is to come. And a lot of times, especially in this very retail-driven, very excited, very emotional environment, the story is what sells it. It doesn't need a product. There doesn't have to be a product. There doesn't have to be sound financials behind the company. It doesn't even need to make money on a 10-year time horizon. There are companies like that with multi-billion-dollar valuations. You guys know what I'm talking about, a lot of you at least. And the fact that Vuzix is securing orders at this scale already, they are in, once again, this just like they're a pioneer in such a revolutionary subsector of the macro trend that is the metaverse, that is the next iteration of Web3, etc., etc. This thing is so obviously a winner over the course of 2022 and 2023. Hey, going into 2030, I think VUZI is an absolute winner, even in the case that Apple, these other major players do come out, and I don't doubt that they will at all, do come out with successful iterations of smart glasses. VUZI, again, Apple $3 trillion, VUZI, who's the pioneer in the space, at $500 million. Pesos to the dollar of what Apple is. And again, I don't want to compare the two. I'm just trying to compare market caps. The fact that this thing is only valued at $500 million is really what I want to emphasize. And of course, you guys, from a price action perspective, from a potential price appreciation perspective, per share at least, the smaller the market cap, the less capital inflow it takes to appreciate the individual share price. Okay, so let's talk price action, you guys, and we'll close out the video. Short-term VUZI has looked terrible. I did a pretty in-depth short-term analysis in terms of where I think VUZI could be by February. Most optimistic scenario is that VUZI comes, again, it's had a very rough month. We were playing it over here. This is where we first started talking about it. Everything looking good. And then for some reason, these paper hands came in, sold the stock off for just like a month and a half. Bad times, but again, you guys, this thing's gonna make a comeback. This thing has all the fundamental tailwinds at its back, and I do think this will propel this stock very high, and we'll see some very impressive price action. Talking a lot, you guys. I'm sorry, I'm tripping so much. See some very impressive price action over Q1 of 2022. Okay, so most optimistic scenario, this is optimistic. Again, this price range is going to come up here. Potential from where we're at now, 180% price appreciation to come. At the intersection exactly February 1st, and test the previous line of support and line of resistance as well on the prior ascending channel that Vuzix was in prior to breaking below it. Again, their earnings call, great earnings, great Q3 earnings was the catalyst for this beautiful ascending channel, for this big move up for a couple of weeks. But again, for no given reason, just tax loss harvesting, etc., fear amongst growth sectors, Vuzix did see downside, but again, with everything, with all of the things that we just talked about, I do think VUZI, best case scenario, this is highly optimistic, can come to retest this. If it does happen to test these trend lines, that would take us to $24 on February 1st. But I do think a fairly conservative estimate for VUZI is going to be come up by the end of this month, by the end of January, February 1st, to come up to $19, which would represent, what is that, about 120% price appreciation to come and test this previous ceiling. You can see here, since VUZI's massive correction in February, March of last year, actually went into April, Vuzix actually saw, unlike a lot of other hyper-growth sectors and hyper-growth names that we love so much around here, Vuzix saw $31 in April of last year. Okay, so the fact that we have since seen a 75% correction in VUZI, that low just came in a couple of trading sessions ago. Okay, so we're still fresh. If you guys still are, if you guys like everything you're hearing, if you want to pick some up, just know that we're still where we're at right now is over 70% below VUZI's all-time high we set back in April of 2021. And history doesn't repeat itself, but a lot of times it does rhyme, you guys. With everything that VUZI has under its belt right now, I would be surprised to see VUZI at a $5 billion valuation. I mean, $2.5 billion when you think about plays like Riot Blockchain, Marathon Digital, these Bitcoin miners who honestly don't, they are larger than VUZI, and I do love those stocks, you guys. But from a longer term perspective, VUZI, I think, has so much more potential. And I do think that considering those players are at like $3 billion, $5 billion valuations, if you think about Mara, $5 billion valuation, VUZI at a $500 million valuation, VUZI could 10x to be the size of Mara. And that's just, again, I'm not trying to set anything in stone here, you guys. This is just a thought experiment just to kind of give you guys perspective on fair value and valuations in this pretty irrational PE, price to earnings ratio market. So valuation is up to the beholder. It's in the eye of the retail investor, of the investor. But VUZI, again, tiny market cap for the potential it has, at least in my opinion. And I wouldn't be surprised to see VUZI reach a $2.5 billion market cap. That is obviously roughly a 5x from here. A 5x from here in price, in terms of price, would be $45. And I mean, this is kind of an extended two-wave theory, you guys, right? First wave, bubble pops, capitulation, sideways price action. Second wave initiates. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a $50 VUZI. Maybe not $50, I'm sorry, $45 by 2023, okay? But again, hopefully sooner. So we'll call it there, you guys. Once again, let me know in the comments down below what your single favorite stock of 22 is and why. And again, if you're here, please give the video a like. If you appreciated the video, that means a lot. If you're still watching, if for some reason you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if you've been subscribed, if you've been a member of the Waves fam, happy 2022, and I'm pumped for the year ahead of us, okay? So I'll catch you guys downstairs in the comments. Until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.